Hi, I'm Zrekan and welcome to Zrekan Reviews. Today I'm looking at Rise of the Tomb Raider, the sequel to the 2013 Tomb Raider. I'm looking at the PC version of the game. It originally came out on Xbox One in November of last year, and I was one of the many people annoyed at this timed exclusive as I really enjoyed the previous game. Luckily we didn't have to wait too long, but let's not have multi-platform releases become timed exclusives again. But enough of that, let's get on with the review. In Rise of the Tomb Raider, Lara Croft is on a quest to redeem her disgraced late father, after he had made claims about immortality. Along the way, she will learn about an object called the Source and come into contact with a shadowy organization called Trinity, who want it for their own nefarious needs. Of course, that includes taking over the world. Naturally. The story is pretty solid. It's personally what I want from a Tomb Raider. A decent enough narrative reason for going after some ancient artifact and taking you to interesting locations. But it goes further than that. Again, like the previous game, we get to see Lara develop more as a character, and she's starting to look even more like the badass Lara of old. My main problem with the story is that it doesn't feel like a natural follow-up to the previous game. Lara is obsessed with clearing her father's name, but if that was the case, why didn't she do that in the first place? It's a small problem with the narrative, but it's something that was always in the back of my mind. It should be said though, the voice acting is excellent, and it really helps get the story across. I didn't come across anyone who stood out badly. Everyone performed their roles well. Something that does tie into the previous game is Lara's choice to wield a bow again, and after a second game with it, this may eventually become a staple for the character. Though I'm still waiting for the return of dual pistols, especially after the tease at the end of the last game. Like the previous game, you'll be hunting deer and other animals to collect pelts. You'll also be picking up wood and other materials to upgrade your equipment, weapons, and unlock new outfits. Upgrades are pretty straightforward, increased damage, better reloads, etc. Outfits on the other hand are for the most part just cosmetic. A few of the outfits do have some effect on gameplay, such as healing quicker, but that's it. As you level up, you unlock points to spend on abilities. Abilities allow you to perform actions quicker, chain together headshots with a bow, take less damage, and so forth. For the most part, the abilities are okay, but I got to a point very quickly where there wasn't any ability I actually wanted. I was just simply spending the point to get rid of it. What is great this time around is the 9 optional tombs, and the fact that you get a decent reward for completing them. From abilities to parts of weapons, it really feels worth investing time into them. Many areas also have challenges. These on the other hand seem to be there for the sake of getting 100% completion. When you complete them, you don't get anything at all. So unless you really want full completion, there's no point to doing them. And to get 100% completion, you're looking at 20 to 30 hours maybe. I put in 23 hours and got about 91%. And if you decide to only do the main story, you're probably looking at 15 hours. I should also say that this is a pretty game to look at. It's got great graphics and great lighting, making it a joy to go through. One thing that I'm glad about is that the online isn't back, but there are microtransactions. What we do have this time is Expedition Mode. This is an arcade style version of the game. You play the levels as normal, but you can collect wisps and shoot lanterns for points. Also, before you start the mission, you can pick cards that give you certain weapons, outfits, make enemies on fire, and immune to fire damage, give them big heads, give Lara a big head, and so forth. These change the multiplier. Cards that make things harder for you increase the multiplier, and cards that make things easier decrease it. You can also use the cards to make your own levels. Different cards give different objectives. You can also set what weapons you have available. Now you complete these to get points. The higher the multiplier, the more points you can get. And then you can spend the points to buy packs to get more cards. But you can also use real money to buy these packs. I spent a very short amount of time with this, as I didn't have any interest in it whatsoever. It's fine, it can add a little bit of value for some players, but it really wasn't for me. But at least this is where the microtransactions are, so it won't affect the core game. Overall, Rise of the Tomb Raider is a great game. I really enjoyed my time with it, and I'm really looking forward to playing the next one. If you enjoyed the previous one, you'll enjoy this one too. If not, I don't think this one's going to change your mind. But in the end, I thoroughly recommend this game. I can't wait for the next one. And if this game has interested you in the slightest, do give it a go. So, I hope you liked my review. If you did, why not press that like button, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff. And why not leave a comment down below? Anyways, I hope to see you again at my next review. See you then.